Hello, everybody. Let me know if you can hear me. Loud and clear? All right, guys. So we are very close, getting ready to start. So just a little bit, and we will be kicking off. It's good to see all the regulars here, all the regs. Good to see you all. So someone was saying, hey, everybody. Hi, everyone. It's saying hello. Good to see you. Glad you're there. And, yeah. Let's go, guys. You ready? I think it's time to just jump right in and let's do this thing. So let's do the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. And hello, everybody. Welcome to LFL episode number 78. So here we are, 78 weeks of this. I hope you guys are having fun. It's good to see lots and lots of regulars there. Like the regulars, well, I mean, I do it for you guys. So I'm glad you're here. We've got a wonderful group of people. If you're new, just jump in the chat there and say hello to everybody. And everyone will say hi back because they're a really friendly bunch of people. It's a great place to be, part of the cafe crew. And if you're not here between 1 and 2 p.m. Pacific time on Thursday, then you're watching the replay. Drop a comment underneath. I read all the comments. I also read all the chat. I might not read it all live while it's going, but I definitely read every comment afterwards. So drop your comment in there, drop your question, all that kind of fun stuff in there. And also let me know what you want to see on future LFLs, and then it'll kind of guide me going forward. So let's get the housework out of the way. So in the house today, we have man of many cats and many guitars, Bruce Bicknell. He will be your friendly moderator today, so he will be quickly whisking away your comments if they're nasty. And of course, don't forget to get your drink orders in, and Bruce will be very happy to get those out to himself. So anyway, guys, announcements. Next week, there's going to be no LFL, no Live from Lockdown next week. And the reason for that is next week, in case you don't know, is Adobe Max. So the Adobe Max conference is it's the largest conference in the world, and it's going to be free and it's going to be online. I think there was something like 1 million people watched it last year. And I will have a session, Photoshop for photographers. It's a lab, so make sure you register and join that lab. Bruce, if you have the link, please drop it into the chat there for the Adobe Max. And so what you'll get from my lab is, I'll be teaching, but also you'll get the exercise file, so you'll have the same images I have, and you can follow along with me, as well as a written workbook. So it's a kind of fun experience. Of course, all of that's free, and not just by myself, but there'll be lots of other instructors on there teaching sessions on everything from Photoshop, Lightroom, Illustrator, InDesign, all the Adobe products, Substance, the video products, After Effects, Premiere Pro, all of that fun stuff. So it's normally an in-person conference, which I really enjoy going to. It's kind of a little bit of a bummer that we're not having it live, but it's great for people that can't attend the live event because now you can join in online. So let's have a look here. Someone was saying, hey, Colin, great topic choice and timing. Plenty of time before Halloween. Experiment with this like button. Thank you. Good to see you, Thomas. Good to see you there. Oh, Bruce, you sent the wrong link, dude. You got to get the link to that link will work actually fine. But I want to put this link up here, which will enable you to sign up and find my session. Because otherwise it's hard to find it. But don't worry, it's not an affiliate thing. It's free, so I don't make money or anything like that. But I just posted the link there, which goes to my session. But you can just go to Adobe Max. Is fine too. I didn't give it to you. Check your email, Bruce. He says I didn't give it to him. It's in the email. But anyway, all good. So, what else are we going to do? Yes, so Halloween. So this week is Halloween. Well, it's not Halloween, but we're going to be doing a Halloween style Even though the picture here is a cosplayer, but it doesn't matter. You know, Halloween, people dress up for whatever they want. It's not necessarily scary. It could be, you know, a character from a movie or whatever you want. So what we're going to be doing is just we're going to find a picture of a person, and then we'll, you know, turn them into a monster, a vampire, a werewolf, whatever we feel like. And it's always kind of fun to do that. So we'll do one, you know, depending on time, maybe we'll do a couple. We'll see how it goes. So that's what we're going to do this week. And by the way, there's also a contest, which kind of spurred the idea. It was BenQ. I don't know if you guys know BenQ. They make monitors. I use them. And they contacted me and asked me if I'd like to judge a contest that they're having. So I was like, yeah, sure, why not? That'd be great. That'll be fun. And so I thought, well, why not I'm just going to bring it up here for LFL. Why not do that? So, you know, like the theme, it seems like fun. So this is what they're doing. It's a free contest here. I've got a link to it. Let me pop the link in there. Bruce beat me to it. All right. That's the one I sent. So, okay. Bad person. I didn't send him both links. That's all right. I owe him a coffee because he doesn't drink coffee. All right. So, here we go. We've got the photo contest here. This is what their contest is. Let's get creative. Oh, let me put you on the screen. Here. So, this is their contest here. It runs until the end of the month. So here we go. Just create a Halloween version of your portrait. So upload your portrait, turn yourself into a zombie, vampire, witch, pumpkin, whatever you fancy. So anything you want. And all you got to do is grab your portrait, edit it in Photoshop. I guess you share it on Instagram. Okay, so it's on Instagram. Tag it there. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram. Okay, follow me on Instagram too. Free to enter, no purchase necessary. And so, you know, all the rules, everything are here. Unfortunately, guys, it has to be US residents only. Probably because these monitors are really big. So they're giving a 32-inch monitor, two 27-inch monitors, and $300 cash prizes. And we determined by the judges, me, what do they call me? Digital artist, designer, photographer. Oh, yeah, sounds good. I like that. I like, you know, they talking me up. Always make us sound better. RC, if you guys know him, and Tony Gale. We'll be doing that. So anyway, that's it. So that's what that is. Hello, Yvonne. Good to see you. So anyway, all of that said, if you just joined us, don't worry, you haven't missed anything yet. Just a bunch of announcements, and we're going to get started right now on the Halloweenizing yourself, for lack of a better term. I'm sure lack of many better terms. So let's get started with this. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go into Adobe Stock. And there's lots of places we could do this. You know, as another place I like to use is Envato Elements. I have a link for that somewhere. I have no idea where it is. I think I might have a discount or something for it, but that works as well. But we're going to use, for now, we'll use Adobe Stock. Use Adobe Stock here. It's just a stock Adobe, and you can also search it from inside Photoshop. But what I want to do is I want to go to the free collection. So if we go under the free collection here, we can do a person. So we're going to search for a person. All right, so let's go, guys. Who do you want to turn into a Halloween character? You need a subscription to Envato. Yeah, that's true. So we've got a bunch of people here. Looking for someone we can turn into a creature or a character. Guy with the beard. Which one is it? Like a ton of guys with a beard here. Was that the one at the top? This dude, it's going to be hard though because his hand's over his face. Makes it harder. And also the beard, you know, like it's not that much to work with as far as skin. You know, if we want to do something crazy. The red beard, says Tracy. Top right lady. Guy with the beard. Top right lady. Who's the top right lady? Her? Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. I'm thinking something, you know, where we can really clearly see the face. Maybe something like her. Because she seems to like really happy. I think, you know, let's just hit license. We're going to grab here. Is that the top right, righty? Blue shirt, yellow background? No, different one. Blue shirt, yellow background. Who's the top? Is this the lady you were all thinking here? Well, why don't we just grab her too? Guy from mouth wide open, blue shirt. Okay, what do we got here? Guy mouth open, blue shirt. This dude. Let's grab him. Plenty of room for fangs. Fangs are good. We like fangs. All right. What else we got here? Oh, this guy maybe? Whoa, we're grabbing lots of people here. Guy with the mouth open, blue shirt. Down. Dude who looks like Uncle Fester on yellow background and white shirt. Uncle Fester? Who's that? Not sure who Uncle Fester is, but let's grab some more people. Let's grab him. Anything but the clown chainsaw thing. That's funny. All right, so what we're essentially doing here is we're just grabbing some people. And the nice thing about the free collection on Adobe Stock is it's just that easy to just download them and they're free. Now, why don't we do a wolf in case we want to do a werewolf? So what we're doing right now is we're just finding our parts. All right, so there's a wolf. Oh, that's a scary, really scary looking one. I'm looking for one with maybe the face. I don't know what angles we had the faces. Let's grab this one because I think we had someone's face sort of at that angle. That one's like super scary. And these are, that's a little close up, but let's grab it anyway in case we want to use something in there. So what we're doing is just grabbing ourselves some assets here. Let's grab this one. Let's license that one. Let's grab another one. There we go. That's a grab a white wolf. All right, so we've got a few wolves here. Hey, good to see you, Colin. Great name to have there. All right, so we've got some wolves. We've got some different things. Why don't we do a pumpkin in case we want to turn someone into a pumpkin? So all I'm doing is just grabbing us some assets to work with. All right, so we've got... Oh, that one's... I like that one. That's fun. All right, so let's just find a simple pumpkin here. What do we got? Just plain old pumpkin. Sometimes you love it when you're looking and then just looking for something. They don't have a lot of free pumpkins on here, do they? Okay, so we're going to go somewhere else. I want my free pumpkin, so we go into Photoshop here. Let's open up our window, and I've got another extension here that we're using, and that is Free Stock Search. So let's go into here, pumpkin. I probably spelled pumpkin wrong too, knowing me. All right, so we got some pumpkins here. Where do we go? Let's just get something. There we go. That's what we want. Nice, simple pumpkin right there. Ah, perfect. Grab that one. It's from Unsplash. Desktop save. Click open. And there it is right there. All right. So one of the nice things about working inside of Adobe Stock is when we go to the library here. If you're going to do the wolf thing, you might want a full moon. Good suggestion, Warren. I like that. I like that suggestion. Let's do that. Let's go back to Adobe Stock. And let's do the Adobe Stock. Let's do a full moon. Good thinking. Okay, so here we are inside Adobe Stock. Let's grab it there. Let's go into free, full moon. Now, if you have Bars Effects, of course, we can create moons in Bars Effects. Ooh, that's kind of creepy. All right, that one's kind of cool. Let's grab that. Let's grab this. And let's just grab, I don't know, the Stonehenge, of course, is always good. Let's grab that too. All right, so we've got all kinds of things that we can work with. Opening all these up. Now, one of the nice things about, is that the ISS over the top of it? I think it is. That's a cool Easter egg if it is. I think it is. All right, so one of the nice things about this is when we're in Adobe Stock is when we choose, I save these, sometimes it pops them in here. In fact, it should pop them in here. Unless I'm using a different target collection. Let's have a look. Oh no, there we go. There's everything we were grabbing. Look at that. All right, so we've got plenty to get started with here. So why don't we start with, let's go here. Then we're just looking for this one here. I'm going to double click and we're going to open her. I just love the way that this is, she just looks so happy, and she's just definitely going to be a target for us to work on. So let's hit Control J, make a copy, and that way we can see what we did. All right. Good to see you, Auntie. Glad you could join us. All right, let's open one of these pumpkins. Let's just choose the pumpkin file, open. And I'm just going to move this over to the side here because I'm going to my desktop and it's a mess. And let's grab a pumpkin. Where did that pumpkin go? There it is. All right. I have absolutely no idea how this is going to work, but let's grab the object selection, choose select subject, and we're going to select this pumpkin. Let's see what we can do. You know what? I have another idea. Why don't we bring the face into the pumpkin? So we're going to do something with her, but then we're also going to do something. I was thinking just for fun. You guys remember that angry orange? You all familiar with the angry orange? Maybe we'll do something like that with her. So let's just make a selection around the face. And I'd like to feather that by maybe, I don't know, 20 pixels so we get a softer selection. And then we just Control J. Pop it out. Great. Let's go here. Cancel. And I believe we put the other pumpkin right there. Perfect. All right, so let's drag her face. And just change the blend mode to different so we can see. Control T for free transform. And we'll just do this one really quick. Let's make the face a little bit smaller. And we're going here. All right. BenQ's Halloween video, I bet you it was good. That guy's got some skills. All right, so what we're going to do here is let's just go through any blend modes and see if any blend modes are going to help us just kind of get there. This is always a nice way to just kind of start. Because sometimes a blend mode can just nail it and we don't have to spend a lot of time doing masking. No, I think we'll just do some masking here. So what we're going to do is create an inverted mask. Hold down the Alt or the Option key, click on there. That will hide everything. And let's grab the brush. This one's going to be really basic, and then we'll move on to something maybe more difficult. I'm going to turn the flow up and just see what we've got here. So let's just start to add her face on here. Great. Let's look at our brush options. Here we go. And looks like we got transfer set to pan pressure. Great. So let's get these eyes going. Let's get the other eye going. So this is an easy way you can kind of blend things together. Now I'm going just a little bit light just so I can get a general idea of what's there. And then we're going to just kind of blend it. Okay, let's get that mouth going. Now if I wanted to do the angry orange, you guys know what I'm talking about when I said that. I think you might have seen it somewhere. Let's go here. All right, so we want that mouth to show. Okay, just go in the bottom lip. Annoying orange. Thank you. You got it. There we go. And then, so we're just kind of blending this in. So now I'm painting with black. Yes, Jason was right. It's an annoying orange. And oh boy, is that orange annoying, but it's supposed to be. All right, so if we were going to do an annoying orange kind of thing, this is how we would do it, just using layer masks. I know this is basic. We'll do something more advanced in a little bit. But I just figured this is a good place to just kind of warm up. Get chops going. There we go. Just kind of blending that in. Do we want the eyebrows? I don't know if we need the eyebrows. Let's just paint it in here. Greetings from raining San Francisco. Anson, good to see you. All right. So this is just a little bit of fun here. Oh, went too far. Let's make my brush a bit smaller. Keep those eyelids in there. Why don't we zoom in? And then if I go over, just paint with white. So just kind of, there we go. Go on the other eye. Now imagine if you actually saw a pumpkin like this. That would be kind of scary, wouldn't it? All right, so we're just going to hit the X key. Just get that onto the lip there. So we're just kind of blending that together. There we go. Let's go this side. Make that lip a little bit more pronounced. And I can do that now because I'm using a smaller brush. And that smaller brush will give you the cleaner edge. All right. Okay, let's make this a little bit more fun. I'm just going to duplicate this face. And the reason I'm doing that is in case I mess up. Let's see if we can do some fangs. So we're going to grab that and filter. Let's do the Liquify. So we're going to grab our Liquify tool. Now we've got the mask. Let me make sure. I have no idea. Oh, I went into the Liquify. Let me just delete that mask. So I'm just going to apply that mask. There we go. So then that way I can, you know, stretch the fangs out a little bit. So we could use Liquify. The other thing that's kind of fun too, though, is sometimes is to grab our smudge tool. And let's see how the smudge tool works. So I believe that would be the fang and that would be the fang. Am I right? Or is the fang the one? No, those would be the fangs. Okay. Yes, one tooth black. Okay, good idea. Good idea. I like that. All right, let's go here. And I'm going to make the Liquify about the size of the tooth. And I'm just going to see if it's going to work doing this. Otherwise, we'll just use the Liquify tool. Yeah. That'll kind of, actually, you know what? It's not bad. This will work. Just using the smudge tool. And the nice thing about having this on a separate layer is it will be easy enough to clean this up afterwards. All right. So we just grab our mask. And then we paint with black where we don't want to show the fang. Let's make a selection around those fangs. I'm going to grab the lasso tool and let's draw. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, so I suck with the lasso tool. Why don't we grab the pen tool? I'm better at that. So let's grab our pen tool and let's drag that out. There we go. We're going to have a fang there. And a fang there. Boom. Okay, that'll work. And let's do the same thing over here. Get the fang, go back the other way. It should be pointy. Close that out. All right, so what we do if we want to turn these into selections is we're going to go into the Paths panel. Control click, turns it into a selection. Let's go back to the layer. And now we're going to hit Command-Shift-I, so we're inversing our selection. And then we're going to paint with black on that mask with a brush. And there we go. And of course the selection there is going to protect our drawing. And we're just going to go back over there. Control D, and there we go, we're getting some fangs. So let's just paint onto here a little bit better. Let's grab a brush. And let's paint onto that fang. There we go. And there we go. All right, so we're just kind of adding those fangs, some graphic eye makeup. Two smaller fangs in between the pointing up from the bottom. Oh, that would be kind of fun. But let's see how we go for time. Now, if I wanted to make this a little bit better, I would just create a layer underneath. Let's do this quickly. Grab B for brush. And let's grab a black brush. And what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of shadow in there. Just under the fang there. There we go. Just a little bit of shadow. And of course, if we hit filter blur, we can soften that. Let's blur that fang a little bit. There we go. And take the opacity down just a bit. Okay, so we got a little bit of a shadow under there, so the fang's starting to look better. I mean, I could definitely do a better job of like painting on those. Why don't I just create a new layer? And if I wanted to do that, what I would do is just grab a hard edge brush, turn the hardness up, size down, because I see we've got those little highlights there. I did a terrible job of blending it there, but we can fix that. And then you would just paint in here, just kind of like a highlight. Now it starts to just make it look a little bit more realistic. All right, so what was some of the ideas that we had to black out a tooth? That'd be kind of fun. So why don't we do that? Grab a brush. Let's have a look. I'm take that transfer off. Now the challenge in doing this, of course, is not knowing what's inside the mouth here, because I can't just paint black, because watch what happens if I do that. So that's just going to give us a black hole there. And let's hit the eraser, just clean up the edges of that. Normally I would mask it, but I'm just being lazy. And paint it in here. Oops. Give me black. There we go. Why is that showing white when I'm painting with black? What am I doing wrong here? That's weird. Okay. Oh, eraser. Duh. Okay. How many times have you guys done that when you get the eraser on and you think you're painting with a brush and you're not? All right. So then what I would do with this is let's just change the color of it and see what we can do to try and make it start to look a little bit better. Actually, let me go to curves and let's see what we can do. So I'm painting into that black area. Let's reduce the amount of blue in there. Is it gonna let me do it this way? Oh, hang on, let's make sure I got that. Okay, let's go back here. Let's colorize it. There we go. And get something more like a skin tone. It needs to be a dirty brownish yellow. You know what? Good idea. So let's not change that too much. Let's go and get the yellow. There we go. Yeah, I guess we don't have to knock the tooth out. We can just make it bad. So let's do that. Let's go to color. Bring the opacity down a little bit. There we go. Ooh, you know what? I like that so much. I think I'm just going to do it to all the teeth. What do you guys think? Yeah? Do that? Oh yeah, we're definitely going to do something with the eyes. Don't worry. Okay, so let's do something here. With that, with the brush. Let's grab that yellow color. And let's yellow those teeth up a little bit. Now, a smart thing to do sometimes would be to, you know, use some masking to help me but I'm just being lazy. Let's just do this. Just give it some of these. So then it's kind of like corn. You know, we'll have some darker and some lighter. It'll be kind of fun. Okay. And let's do a little bit more. Let's go for a kind of a browny, orangey kind of color on the tooth, on one of these teeth. Oh, it's not going to work on there. We have to paint it onto a new layer. Let's create a new layer. And let's paint with the orangey tone. Let's change this to Hue Saturation, color. The way to do this might be with Hue Saturation. Let's do it this way. Let's make it a little darker. Hit colorize. Here we go. Let's go into the orangey tones. I kind of like that kind of there. All right. Bloody colored lips instead of pink. All right. Tilt her eyes in and down. Yeah, that's a good idea too. I like that. Okay, so why don't we do that? So what do we got here? That's the ones underneath. I don't even know if we need those that much, to be honest. This just kind of gives us the fangs up here, doesn't it? So why don't we do that? Let's grab the eyes. I'm just wondering if we should keep that bottom layer. Yeah, let's keep that bottom layer on. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm just going to get rid of the eyes in that bottom layer. There we go. So now we're just working with them here. And why don't we do that? Why don't we select these eyes one at a time? That's a great suggestion. And we'll copy that one over. Oh, by the way, guys, if you want to move, if Control J will copy a layer, but if you hit Control Shift J, it will move it. So that means I can put it on its own layer and I can hide it. See that? So that's just a little tip there. Control Shift J will give us the eyes, and we're going to call this one eye right, and this one will be eye left. Because we always name our layers, don't we? Okay, so Control T, and then we want to just kind of make them all slanted in, make them look a little bit more scary. Why don't we also narrow a little bit? Here we go. Boom. That's good. Let's grab this one. And we'll change the color of the eyes too. Let's build that, bring it in. Make it a little bit more. Start to get a little bit more kind of scary looking with the angle of the eyes. Oh, some of you guys got to go? Dentist. John's got to go to the dentist. Good luck. Sorry about that. Dentist is never fun. Okay, so why don't we hit Control M. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the color of these eyes. Let's put them both into one group, and we'll call them eyes. And then what we're going to do inside this group is I'm going to add a curves adjustment. All right, so now we can do some fun things with the eyes. So let's go to the reds. Let's give it more red. Right now it's showing everywhere, but if I click here, it will clip it. Just looking at the left eye right now. Let's give it a little bit more red. Let's go to the blue and pull it down. It's going to give us more of a yellow. Ooh, there we go. Now we're starting to get somewhere. Okay, now if I want to apply this to both of these, all I do is take this, change it to normal blend mode, and then unclip this. There we go. See, now we're getting a little bit of color there in the eyes. Now, I don't necessarily want it over the whole thing, so let's just grab the brush here, and I can paint away the areas where I may not want it. And bottom, whoop. Let's go down here onto the bottom eyelid. So we got to do some kind of gothy kind of eyes, see if we can do that. All right. Hey, MD, glad you could join us. All right, so why don't we do something, kind of some dark eyes here. Let's create a new layer, holding down the Alt or the Option key. We'll put this into overlay mode and call it dark. All right. Let's grab a brush. And we want a soft edge brush. What I might do though is I might use a selection to kind of help us. Let's just make a selection around there. Make sure we're on the left eye. There we go. Not really going to help, is it? I was hoping the object selection could grab the inside. There we go. And let's hold down the right eye, hitting the Shift key. All right, that definitely helps us. Command Shift I, we can invert that, and now we're going to grab some dark. All right. Oh yeah, guys, do me a favor. Bruce just brought that up. Hit that like button if you're getting any value out of this at all. Let's make that soft. And subscribe if you haven't yet. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to turn on pen pressure. So we're going to choose transfer pen pressure. And, you know, I'm not an expert with makeup, so this will be, you know, I'm just going to kind of darken it around here a little bit. Just kind of painting that in. There we go. So this will kind of make these eyes look more recessed, more hollow. So we're just kind of blending that in. There we go. Let's do the same for the bottom. All right. This is definitely going to make the eyes look a little bit more sunken. Oh, here we go. Okay, this is definitely helping. She's looking a little less happy now. Let's turn that off. Okay, we're getting there. Why don't we do a little bit around the lips too? And then, as someone suggested, in a minute, we will change the color of those lips to something less. What color do you guys think we should do the lips? Let me know. Just blending that in a little bit. There we go. Blood red. Oh, okay. The other thing too, why don't we put a little bit of shadow just in here? And I know I've gone over, but what I'm doing is putting a little depth there into those fangs. There we go. Put depth into those teeth. Go. That's good. And then I'm just going to paint away the areas I don't want them. So we'll just pop a mask on there. And we can just mask out those areas on the edges. So that's sometimes I'll just work like that. I'll just work like really loose and then I'll just kind of clean it up afterwards. All right, let's do something with the color of these lips. What have we got here as far as lips? Is that going to give us enough? Let's hit Control U and we're going to hit colorize and let's see what we can do. Okay, now we're starting to get a little bit more. That is going to be affecting everything now. So we just want to do the lips. So let's go create an adjustment layer with this. Let's do the Hue Saturation again as an adjustment layer. And what I'm going to do this time is I'm just going to grab this and I'm going to select the pink color. And now we could try the saturation. And don't worry about it affecting everything underneath. We'll get to that in a sec. In fact, if I just clip it here, Now we can do the lips. See what's happening there? What happened there? There we go. There we go. That's affecting other things. Oh, you know what? I lost my... I shouldn't have clicked away when I clicked away to clip that. Let me undo that. Let's just do it again. Yeah, we'll come back. I'll clip it afterwards. Because apparently what happened is as I took my thing away, I lost that. So let's just clip it first this time. Then we're going to grab our little finger, click on here, samples that color. Now we can add the saturation, which is applying to those, and then play on these edges. So what we're doing is we're just targeting that one color. And those tones there. Okay. And then we're going to do it again on the layer down here because we've got some more. So let's grab our hue saturation. And once again, we want to grab that. It's probably going to grab some other parts of the skin, but let's see what happens. Oh, there we go. Now we're going really red. Let's go darker. Don't worry about the rest of it, although it kind of looks nice with everything going darker. But I just want to get those lips like super red. Rotting black with green. That's not a bad idea either. Alright, so why don't we just go in here, and I'm just going to invert that mask, Command I. Now I'm just going to grab the brush now and just paint it in where we want it. So let's just paint those red lips in more. There we go. And we could have blood dripping. Is that what someone's saying? Alright, how are we starting to look as far as a pumpkin? If we zoom out, we can start to see, okay, that's working. Now it looks like there's a little bit of cleanup work to do there. Where is that cleanup work? It's on that layer there. Let me just grab a black brush. Grab that brush and we can start to clean up that layer. There we go. See that? Stuff that was there. Over the top of it. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to grab all of this and I'm just going to create a layer on top. Command Shift Option E. And I just want to try something here. I just want to choose the filter here and we're going to do a Liquify and see if we can do a face aware Liquify. I'm not sure if it's going to recognize this as a face, but let's see. And then what I want to do is take the mouth. There we go. Look at that. We're going to reduce the smile on that mouth. It's not quite getting it perfectly, but it's not bad. Let's have a look at these lips. We can change the size of these, bring it up so it's more snarly. Fatten the lower lip. See how I can change the mouth. And so you guys, I don't know if you guys are familiar that you could do that. And click OK and see if that works. Yeah, there we go. So now the mouth is not quite so happy looking. See how I could kind of do that. And then I'm going to grab the pumpkin and let's do something with the color on that. Let's go to Hue Saturation. And why don't we select the orange? Let's change the hue a little bit. Is that going to work? It's not picking it up for some reason. Oh, you know why? Duh. I am working on the wrong layer because now that we've done it like this, we've got the top layer here and everything is on there. So let's do it that way. Control U for hue saturation. Let's just change the hue a little bit. See if we wanted to do it like that, make that pumpkin a little redder. I don't know, do we want to do that? Make it greener? You know what, I've got a great idea. Control J, we're going to make a copy of it. And then we're going to make it greener. Just so kind of like it looks like it's kind of rotting. Take the saturation down a little bit. Take that lightness down. Nice. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide this. And then just paint it in where we want it. So we're going to go in here now with a white brush. And then we can just kind of sort of paint this in a little bit. So let's get some, start to get, you know, so it's not so pristine looking. Get some of that other color going in there. See that? Maybe the cheeks. There we go. Just kind of mix those tones in. There we go. Yeah, see, that looks good, and it's not all that. And let's go into those lips a little bit because there's a bit much. And I'm going to lighten and darken everything in a second, but let's give it more green into the teeth. Oh, yeah. I'm liking that. What do you guys think? That's definitely starting to give it a little bit more depth and not looking so pristine. Let's take some darker areas now. And the green gives a nose without needing a nose. Yeah, there you go. I wonder what it's going to look like if I do just a little bit over those eyes. Just kind of darken those a little bit as they go in here. I kind of like that. Yeah, there we go. A little bit on the outside. All right. So, you know, that's getting a little bit better. All right, so there's a person pumpkin. All right, why don't we do a little bit of shadowing now? And we still need, let's go here. And what we're gonna do is just paint that in. Just still way too happy. And, oh, another thing, let's put a adjustment layer on top. And I'm going to put a LUT on here and turn it into nighttime. So let's do this. So let's go under the LUTs. Lookup table. All right. I've got some ideas. We're going to make this thing pop. So we're going to do the nighttime Moonlight. Yeah, here we go. Now. Yeah, the lip doesn't look very good. I agree. Someone's saying that the lip doesn't look great. I agree, it doesn't at the moment. All right, so why don't we create some beams? So we're going to create a beam of light. It's going to come in here. It's going to kind of hit that area. All right, so I'm just going to grab the gradient tool and we're going to go with a little bit of black to transparent. Just bring a little bit in there. Nope, don't like that. Let's undo that. What if we go this way? Ah, there we go. That's going to work. And then choose filter blur. Let's blur this a little bit. So we're blurring the edge. See what we're doing here? And now we're going to make this kind of fit around here. So let's grab some black. And the black is going to show the light. So maybe the light will be hitting more on this side. There we go. And then if we hit it around, now we can put shadow back in. So what I'm doing now is I'm just painting with white, which is masking that shadow in here. Let's get a little bit on that side. See what we're going to do is we're going to build some depth here. There we go. Get a little depth. Same on this side here. That's going to kind of curve around. So the shadow is going to kind of go towards the back there. Make that brush a little bit bigger. There we go. Shadow will be down here. More shadow at this side. So now we're starting to paint in some of the shadow. And see how the shadow, once we start to do this, it's going to make things look much better. Little shadow under the eyes, top of the eyes there. All right. Glowing eyes. That's kind of a cool idea too. Let's just kind of paint this down here. All right, it's starting to come together. It's not looking as bad. Sometimes these don't come together till the very end. All right, so that's kind of still not liking those lips though. I'm hating the lips on there. We're gonna have to do something with that in a little bit. But should the eyes be bloodshot? That's not a bad idea either. You know what I could do is also, what if I just go here and we put this into color blend mode? I've got an idea here. I don't know if this is gonna work. Let's try some yellow eyes. So we're just gonna paint right in there. And what I'm gonna do there is just grab the eraser and we're gonna drop that out of the blacks so that they stay the original colors in the middle there. See the highlight and that? A little bit around those edges. There we go. All right, so we got kind of a little bit more. And if we were gonna make these eyes glow, I don't know if it's gonna work, but let's try something. You know, this is how I would do it if I was gonna make them glow, but I don't know. It might not work, but I would just basically paint this over the top, which is just white. Ooh. To almost lose the eyes and make them white is kind of interesting too. I mean, if I was gonna, you know, give them those edges. But then see what happens if we just try some blend modes here and see if this is gonna, if any of this is gonna work. Sometimes these are gonna kind of give it a kind of a little fun. It's kind of glowing, but I don't know if it's really helping. You know, it kind of lit up, but I don't know. Is that adding anything or is it just... What do you guys think? I think it's better just keep them dark. Aloha, Sebastian. Not so much glow on the eye, so maybe we do it somewhere in between. Let's have a look. I don't know if the glow is even going to work. There's a little bit of glow. Okay, there's a little bit. How's that? All right, so that's kind of looking creepy. Let's keep going. Let's go into overlay blending mode. Let's grab a brush. And what I want to do here is I'm going to just darken around our pumpkin. Even where we created our light beam, I think I'm just going to get rid of a lot of that and let it just kind of go around there. But we could get some light coming out. I've got an idea. Okay, here we go. Now we're starting to... I'm just going to shadow this whole thing really heavy. Now, if we want to create some kind of put a mask in here, and let's go down a little bit. And maybe we can put a little glow around it. See what I'm doing? Just going around these edges. Give it a little bit of a glow. We'll do some color with that glow too in a little bit. Okay, and then if we reduce the amount of our overlay just a little bit, so it's not completely black. And now we can, let's do some color, see what happens. So I'm just using this layer here, and I'm just going to paint a color directly onto it in color blend mode. So we start to get more of a, there we go. So we get a little bit more of a glow kind of going there. I don't think we want it at the top though. Let's get rid of it at the top. Yeah, let's do that. Same with our layer here. Let's clean that out a little bit. Let's let that dark get the top get a little bit dark, and here we go. So we're going to have a little bit of a glow at the front. There we go. Just kind of trying to blend it in a little bit. Just make it a little darker. Okay, so we've got that little bit of a glow at the front. All right. Flares of some kind from the eyes. That's not a bad idea either. What would we do here? Let's create a layer here. Let's go into Boris effects and see if we can do something with some flares or something. I feel like though, you know what? I have an idea. I hate the mouth. The mouth is not working, and I know exactly how we can fix it. I have an idea. Watch this. Oh, what have I got going here? Come on, give me my pointer. Okay, this is weird. I am trying to click. And something, oh, is optics still open? Let's get out of there. There we go. All right, so this is my thought here, guys, is let's find, I don't know how we put that on the pumpkin, but no, it's out of, I was really thinking maybe we could put that on there, the mouth, but that's not going to work. Not with that picture. We'd need a different wolf picture than what we have, unfortunately. Nope, that's not going to work, guys, what I was thinking. Sorry. All right, so let's go in here. Maybe I can just do some painting in this, clean that up, because that mouth is just not, I'm not digging that mouth at all. Let's grab a brush. And let's make it really small here. What if we paint this in? See what I'm doing? then we can kind of blend it up. I think this is actually going to work. Yeah, see, that works nicely for the top part. There we go. And let's do here. I need to darken the top here. It's too happy. Let me go back a little bit. Little shadow there from the teeth, but not too much, and then a little bit more shadow underneath here. This is probably going to get us what we want. Yeah, it's going to be better. There we go. Now we're just kind of shaping that in a little bit. I think that looks better. And then maybe do a different color, like a greenish kind of a tone on here. Let's see what happens if we do this too. Let's put a little bit of green. Let's go really strong. We can change it later if we need to. There we go. All right, I'm definitely liking that better. What do you guys think? Is that starting to look better? And more kind of the green lips. I feel like the pink lips were just looking weird, unfortunately. And we'll mix a little yellow in there. So it's not just one tone. Yeah, I think that's definitely better. Use the neural to open the mouth and then put a snake coming out. That would be kind of fun. But I don't think we're going to have the time for that. All right, so I think that green there is definitely helping it. Let me play around with the color, though, with the opacity. Yeah, let's see what we got there. Maybe a little less color. There we go. Teeth are probably still a little bit white too, but let's do an overall color balance. So let's just go over here. We're going to do an effect here. Let's do a gradient map. Put this into color blend mode. And let's see what we can do with this. Let's go to the legacy gradients, photographic toning. Let's see what we can do with some of these. I kind of like that tone there, and then we're just going to blend that in a little bit with the color. So we allow just a little bit of color to come through. There we go. Maybe about there. All right, so we're about there. And yeah, what do you guys think? Yes, on green blue lips it looks less human. Didn't you open a mouth with a neural filter? I know what he's talking about, the face one. Let's have a look. Let's see what happens if I choose that neural filter. I don't know if it's going to pick it up, but let's have a look. Let's choose filter, and we're going to go under these neural filters and see if it will work for the smart portrait. Nah, see, it didn't detect it as a face, unfortunately. Sometimes, that's why I was surprised that the Liquify did. But, yeah, sometimes it doesn't do that. But, yep, there we go. There's our pumpkin person. So I was going to do a vampire or a werewolf. Probably would have been easier, but we did this anyway. So anyway, guys, just a little fun kind of thing this week. The front teeth are too neat. You're right. Absolutely, the teeth need more like messing up. You know, there's definitely things can be done. Maybe a little more texture on here, like scraping and like breaking it up a little bit. Yeah, but anyway, that was something different. So anyway, I hope you guys had some fun with that. It was fun, just kind of messing around, collaborating with you guys on this. Oh, mist. Thank you. Yes, this will. Great idea. This will actually help a lot. So let's choose a filter. Watch this. It's an interesting way to create mist. If we choose filter render clouds, you've all done this before. When we hit the clouds, but watch this. If we hit Control T and we bring it down, we can stretch this out. So I'm going to stretch it out either way. Maybe I went a little far with that. That's all right. And then let's change the blend mode. Start getting into more of a kind of a screen mode here. Yeah, I went a little far for that mist. So let me just go out here. We're going to pull it in a little bit. There we go. And see how we can start to get that misty kind of effect there. Let's choose the feather. Select feather. Let's give it a big feather. Like maybe 50. Let's invert it. And hit delete a few times. That softens the edges. See what we're doing? And then same thing here. We would just do that. I could also just grab the mask and just mask it out. Grab a brush, soft edge. It's another way to soften the edge. Make sure this hardness is down. Grab the brush up a little bit. And we just want to kind of soften that as well. Let's take transfer off. Make sure we're in here. Oh, we got extra layers here. Grab our mask and just soften the edge. See how we can just kind of fade some of that and kind of get it misty looking. Fading off into the distance. Let's put all those into a group. Grab a mask. Grab a brush. Just kind of paint that in a little bit there. And just paint in some holes in the mist here and there. I should use my Wacom. Could probably do a better job. There we go. Now just breaking it up a little bit so it's not quite so strong with the mist everywhere. And that's kind of like a nice easy way to create mist there in Photoshop. Just using those brushes. Make sure that's in that group. There we go. There we are. Now we're getting some nice mist in the background. All right. It's a little bit more spooky. All right, guys. Anyway, no, that was fun. That was fun, just kind of messing around. I'll definitely say not my greatest piece of art that I've ever created, but it was a little bit of fun just kind of fooling around. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So anyway, don't forget, next week, join my session at Max. I've got some really great things I'm going to be showing you guys with photography and Photoshop. And so we won't be having an LFL next week, but the following week we will. And it's going to be a really good one because, as you guys know, they release new features at Adobe Max. So in 2 weeks from now at 1 p.m. Pacific time, we're going to be going through the new features inside of Photoshop that are going to be announced, and we're going to have a lot of fun digging deep into that. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. If you haven't yet subscribed, subscribe to Photoshop Cafe, and I'll see you all next week. So thanks, guys, and happy Halloween, and see you next time.